This week on What in the World is Going On, more incendiary balloons are being launched into Israel from Gaza. So stay tuned, friends. We at the Friends of Israel Gospel Ministry reported that just a few days ago. After almost 3 weeks of quiet, arson balloons are once again being launched from Gaza into Israel. This time on July 1st, they sparked 4 fires near Israeli towns along the southern border, breaking more than 2 weeks of quiet since the last wave of attacks. We went on to report that most of the fires were small and not dangerous, according to the Fire and Rescue Services, which said that its respondents quickly managed to gain control of the blazes in the Eshkol Regional Council before significant damage was caused. And of course, friends, in response, IAF aircraft struck a Hamas weapons manufacturing facility in Gaza, and an IDF spokesperson said in a statement, quote, "The IDF will respond strongly to any terrorist attempts from the Gaza Strip." We further went on to report that in June, arson balloons launched by Hamas operatives caused some 20 fires in Israeli communities in the Gaza periphery. And once again, Israel Defense Forces planes struck a wide range of Hamas military targets throughout the Strip, responding to the attacks in less than a day. And friends, did you know that in the past 3 years, Palestinians in the Gaza Strip, mostly linked to Hamas and other terror groups, have launched thousands of balloon-borne incendiary and explosive devices into Israel, causing widespread fires and significant damage to agricultural fields and nature reserves and, of course, private property. And you have to ask yourself, will this ever end, friends? Well, not as long as Palestinians continue in their hatred towards Israel, and not as long as they keep teaching their children to hate and fight against Israel. As long as they keep doing that, nothing will ever change. But I have a question here. Why isn't the world speaking out against Hamas and the Palestinians as they broke the ceasefire and they are engaging in these destructive arson attacks? I never saw any local news covering this story. Now it seems that they only want to cover a story when Israel's defending itself, and then they spin that story, they spin that news to make Israel look like to be the bad guy. Well, shame on them. But I can say this, friends, because the God of Israel, who neither slumbers nor sleeps, says this in Psalm 125, verse 2. God says, "As the mountains are round about Jerusalem, so the Lord is round about his people from henceforth, even forever." And so watch out, Hamas. And so until next time, friends, this has been What in the World is Going On with the Friends of Israel Gospel Ministry. Have a great night, everyone.